You got dumped and you wisely went into no contact after getting dumped because that is the right way to go about trying to get them back. And exes do come back about 55% of the time. But of course, that means 45% of the time they do not return. So what can you do to maximize your chances of them coming back to you? Well, the answer, which might surprise you, is moving on. And you've got to move on. You can't just sit around waiting to hear from them. You can't sit around obsessing over them, stalking them on social media. None of that will actually bring them back to you. What will work is you completely letting go and moving on and moving forward without them. That is going to give you your best possibility of actually getting them to come back. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 ways that you can show your ex, even if you're still in no contact, that you have moved on, and that will maximize the chances of them actually coming back to you. So let's talk about it. Strategy number 1, the genuine growth factor. Here, you are going to focus on yourself. You're not going to focus on them. You are going to focus on real self-improvement, physically, mentally, emotionally, and everything in between. You're going to address issues that they raised during the relationship, things that you may have been doing which helped to drive them away. And if they really loved you, chances are they probably shared some of those things with you, and you probably ignored them while you were still together. So focus on those things now. If you had anger management issues and a quick temper, focus on anger management control with a qualified therapist or an anger management coach. Show measurable progress over time, not just talk. You can't tell them you've changed. You've got to show it repeatedly over a long period of time. Let those results speak far louder than actual promises. Strategy number 2, the social media masterclass. Post achievements, not attention-seeking content. You are posting genuine things that you are doing to level up your life. You're sharing genuine happiness, genuine accomplishments, genuine passion, not staged photos. You're not going to send indirect messages, and of course, you're not going to send direct messages either if you're still in no contact. No cryptic posts. You're not going to post things that you know are for them, and they know that you posted it for them, but you're not actually having direct communication. None of that BS. Let your feed reflect your real life progress, and over time, they're going to know that you're actually changing. Now, of course, if they have you blocked, they won't be able to see that, but maybe you've got some mutual family or friends who are checking your page, who are still in communication with your ex, in which case it will get back to them that way. If you have them blocked, I would strongly encourage you to unblock them, because ideally what you want is them to be curious enough about you to where they're stalking your social media. The only reason I wouldn't want you to unblock them if you have blocked them is if you can't resist the urge to stalk them. If you are obsessing over their social media, maybe it is in your best interest to keep them blocked. Strategy number 3, the indifference approach. If you are looking at their social media, and it's okay to do that a little bit, you don't want to be stalking their social media, you don't want to be checking their social media every day, and you certainly don't want to be looking at their Facebook or Instagram stories, because your name will show up on a list of people who have viewed those, and that will make you look like the stalker. But if you are checking their social media occasionally, then react neutrally if they are posting updates that might otherwise get under your skin. Maybe they're dating somebody new. Maybe they get engaged. Things like that would normally throw you off your center and make you respond in a kind of emotionally unstable way. Don't do that. Remain neutral, as if you really couldn't care less. If you run into them in person, smile. You may even smile and wave. Don't go over to them if they want to engage with you. Make them come to you. After all, they're the ones who dumped you, right? But be mature about it. Be calm. Be pleasant. Be neutral. Act as if you are unfazed by seeing them. Don't be awkward. Don't be nervous. Don't be anxiety-ridden. None of that. Even if you're feeling that way on the inside, that's okay, I get it, but don't show that on the outside. Because ultimately, you want to show that you are at peace with the breakup. Strategy number 4, the independence display. You're going to also build new friendships and new social circles. I don't want you to abandon your old friend group and your old social circles, and I don't want you to behave awkwardly around them, and I don't want you to stop hanging out with them even if there's a risk that your ex may occasionally join them. I want you to act unfazed by your ex, and that includes still hanging out with people and at places where they may be, and if they happen to show up at the same time, no big deal. That's the attitude you need to have. But I also want you to start cultivating some new new friend groups, people who know nothing about your ex or your previous relationship. Create new experiences with these people. That way you won't be quite so dependent on the old friend group and on your ex. But also, especially if you were living together with your ex, there were probably a lot of duties that were split between the two of you. You handled these things, they handled these things, and now guess what? All of that falls to you. So I want you to take that on with gusto. I want you to accomplish everything that needs to get accomplished. You're not procrastinating here. You're not putting things off to the last minute. You're not letting bills or anything else fall by the wayside. You are taking charge and making it happen all by yourself. Demonstrate complete self-sufficiency. And strategy number 5, the future focus. Share plans on your social media or with mutual family and friends that they aren't part of. Maybe you're taking that dream vacation. Maybe it's somewhere they always wanted to go with you, and now you're going there either by yourself or with somebody new. Pursue goals independent of them. Maybe there are things that they never thought you could actually accomplish, and you're kicking butt and accomplishing those things now. Build a life that looks amazing and fulfilling, but you're not doing it for them. You are doing it for the man in the mirror or the woman. Show forward momentum without them. You don't need them to have a rich, successful, happy, and fulfilling life. And that is what you are demonstrating with your actions. You don't actually have to say that. Let your actions speak for themselves. I don't want you to do any of this for them. I want you to do all of it for you, but only by releasing the attachment that they have on you and letting go and moving on. That is actually when you stand the greatest chance of them coming back, because you're not putting that clingy, needy, desperate energy out into the universe. You're calm, you're centered, you're grounded, you're successful, you're building this amazing life, and they're not going to be part of it. And slowly over time, as they begin to see this and hear about it, they're going to wonder why they didn't want to be part of it. Remember, I do offer one-on-one coaching. So if I can help you with anything, it can be a phone call, a Zoom session, or you can email me your problem and I'll record a custom video just like this one and get it back to you within a couple of weekdays. If you want more info on that, it's down in the description or on this card right up here. But let me know your story down in the comments about what's going on with you, your ex, and what you are doing to move your life forward. But for now, I'll see you in the next video.